Joined now by Neal LaHue here on the LoneStarGridiron.com report. And first of all, Hayes High School, you guys have had a lot of success through the years. Let's begin, though, back where your coaching career started. Take us back to maybe even when you were playing up to your first opportunity of coaching.
Well, I played down at A&I back in the early 80s. I'm kind of showing my age, 81 to 84. I stayed on and GA'd there for 3 years and stayed down in South Texas for another, 4 years, 2 years at Ingleside High School. It's a 4A school down there now, and then Cal Allen High School for 2 years. Moved back up here. I'm from Austin area. Moved up here to Seguin area for a year, and then Ron Schrader at Westlake hired me as his offensive coordinator back in, I think, 93.
And you still got the red, white, and blue on.
Yeah, it's easy colors to go back to.
You coached alongside with Drew Brees. He was your quarterback in that 96 championship run for Westlake. What do you remember about that season?
Well, it was an unbelievable season, 16-0, and we only had two guys coming back on offense. Of course, one was Drew and one was Seth McKinney. They both played in NFL. We had a great core group of guys, and if you really talk about a team coming together and having a great bond, that 96 team had that.
Working with Ron, what'd you learn working with him as a coach?
Ron has a great attitude about high school coaching. He's kind of those guys that he never worried about the outcome, and he didn't have to worry too much. We had a lot of good outcomes, but that was just kind of his attitude. We prepared hard, and we just kind of let the chips fall where they may. He kind of always had that kind of attitude, which I always appreciated.
Moving from Westlake, what was the next step? And take us kind of through your tree a little bit of coaches.
Yeah. Well, I left Westlake after the 96 season and took the head coaching job at Kerrville-Tivy. Stayed there 5 years. We had a lot of success. Had kind of, a midlife crisis, and decided to go back to college as the offensive coordinator at my alma mater, back in Kingsville. I married a Kingsville girl. Mom and dad still live down there, and so our kids being near their grandparents, we thought it'd be a great deal. And we had 4 unbelievable years down there and had some good success with the Javelinas, and then kind of felt like the high school was kind of my calling, and took a job at San Antonio Roosevelt for 7 years. And after 7 years, we kind of wanted to got back into high school to be more around my family. That wasn't happening with the setup in my job in San Antonio. So we all moved to Buda. Mm-hmm. My wife works next door at the middle school. All my kids are in this school system, so it's been a great family move.
And talk about this job. Coming on here, did you reach out to Bob Shelton, the longtime legendary coach here at Hayes Consolidated?
I did. My first day on campus, he was here to kind of greet me, and Bob drove me around, showed me the history of the school district, and has just been that kind of a person for me as far as a supporter. But it's a great community. The kids are what make this job. Anytime you're coaching, the kids are who you really enjoy being around, because these kids are just unbelievable. No matter how bad we've had it at times, and the great times we've had, win the district championship my first year, the kids have been great to work with. The families, the parents and stuff, the community is very much behind us and very supportive, and it's been a great experience.
And that gold football still means so much. I mean, people don't put as much emphasis on the district title as they used to, because only one team would go to the playoffs some 30 or 40 years ago. But it's still important as a coach to win that district title.
Sure it is. And, ask Lake Travis that. They've won it for quite a while now. So, yeah, I think anytime, you're always trying to make the playoffs, and winning championships is, why the kids are out here.
Offensive and defensive philosophies, then I'll let you go. Tell me about your offensive side. What do you like to do?
Well, we would like to be balanced. We run a little read option. We'll try to throw the ball. We've been a little bit more spread this year with our new coordinator. We still dabble back into tackle over that like we ran back at Westlake, but that's kind of been our philosophy, try to pound it a little bit and also be able to drop back and throw it. Defensively, we just want hard-nosed players. We've been working out of a 3-4, and because of injuries and just kind of where we think our strength is, we've gone to a little bit more 4-man here after the Lake Travis game, and I think it's been a good move for us.
Final thoughts as you continue to make this run through this district, the importance. So many people talk about Lake Travis and Westlake and Bowie. That spot, that fourth spot, could be won in a game like against Anderson, or in some of the other battles you'll have in this district. Talk about the importance of every single game playing hard each week.
Well, when you think about it, we're in a 9-team district, so we have 8 weeks of football. A lot of people are just now starting their district district slate this week. We've already been in it. This is our 4th district ball game. And so it's a long grind. You can't afford to take anybody lightly. And really, in our position, I think, everybody from top to bottom is a good football team in our district. And, we have some great teams in there as well with the Lake Travis, Westlake, and Bowie have kind of proven themselves to be the playoff contenders every year. So, I think every week is critical in 6A football.
Very good. Neal LaHue, thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Check it out. Coaching stories each and every week.